Hello my dear students, today I am going to discuss regarding the food crops of India. So in the chapter, in this chapter, that is the agriculture, it is a part of agriculture chapter, and we have already completed the different parts of agriculture such as the contribution, technological reforms, next institutional reforms, usage of agriculture and so on. So look here, that is the food crops of India. So there are a number of crops. Is it clear? So in this situation, it is very difficult to collect all together within the short span of time. That's why I have written some points so that you can write the answer in a better way, taking the points of all these things. Clear? So heading is the food crops of India. So first I have taken, that is the rice. So rice is the most important crop of our country because most of the people are ready to consume it, or they are continuously consuming. That's why it is told it is a staple food of our country. India is the second largest producer of rice. So who is the first producer? Then the China is the first producer of rice. Now for the production of rice, we have the requirement of 24 degree centigrade temperature at the time of sowing, and when we harvest it, the temperature should be low. So as we know that rice is a kharif crops, and kharif crops are those crops which is basically shown in the month of June, July, and harvest it is in the month of November and December. So November and December month is a cold, or you can say winter season. That's why the temperature at that time is low. The most important thing, the production of rice is only when possible when there is huge amount of water, means better irrigational facilities are available, or at least 100 to 250 centimeter rainfall takes place. The most important soil is the alluvial soil for the production of rice. Is it clear? So in this way, these are the geographical condition for the production of rice. Now if we come towards the Bengal, if we comes towards the producing states, the important states are Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, next Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab, Odisha, Karnataka, Assam and Maharashtra. Bengal is the largest producer of rice. Is it clear? Now come to the second crop that is also most important for our country, that is known as wheat. Okay, so India is the fourth largest producer of wheat. It means there are a number of countries who are capable to produce more wheat, such as Russia, USA and China, and after that, that is our country, that is the India. It is also a staple food because most of the people use this crop for the survival of their life, and also it is most important because most of the people utilize it. For the production of wheat, the temperature must be between the 10 degrees centigrade to 15 degrees centigrade at the time of sowing. Okay, so wheat comes under Rabi crops, and Rabi crops are those crops which is basically shown in the month of November, December, and it is harvested in the month of April and May. So at the time of sowing, that is the winter season, and that's why the temperature is very low. But at the time of harvest, the summer season starts, and that's why the temperature increases, and at that time the temperature must be high. Next is the rainfall. It requires less water, that's why it is suitable for the production only those areas where the rainfall is up to 50 to 75 centimeter. If we discuss about the soil, so loamy soil is the best for the production of wheat, but except the loamy soil, well drained fertile soil is also most important for the production of wheat. The most producing states are, that is the Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so these are the important states which produce wheat. Here I have written Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer. So basically every students know that Punjab is capable to produce huge amount of wheat, but the total production of Punjab is less than Uttar Pradesh, because Uttar Pradesh is a very big state and the area for the production of wheat is very high. No doubt the productivity of wheat in Punjab is high, but the state is small, that's why the total production, maximum total production comes from Uttar Pradesh. Now that is the third, it is known as millets. So it is also a kind of food crops. Okay, so it contains, millets contains, that is here I have written three important crops: jowar, bajra and ragi, but maize is also a part of millet. Okay, it is mostly used for the fodder. So we know that our agriculture is based on animals, and we also use the different things from the animals. The white revolution took place due to the presence of huge amount of animals. So that animals has also requirement of better quality of foods, and that comes from either jowar, bajra or ragi. But the crops which is produced, it is also used by the human being, and the leaves is basically used by the animals. Okay, it also requires the fertile soil. The rainfall should be up to 50 centimeter. So what it indicates? It indicates that millets does not requires the better irrigational facilities. It does not require huge amount of water, and that's why it can be easily produced in different parts of our country. Maharashtra is the biggest producer of jowar, whereas Gujarat is the biggest producer of bajra, and Karnataka is the biggest producer of ragi. So except Maharashtra, that is the Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh is also capable to produce jowar, whereas Maharashtra and Gujarat is capable to produce huge amount of bajra. Next is the ragi. Ragi is basically produced in the Karnataka. Karnataka is the leading states in the production of ragi. Except Karnataka, that is the Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh is also a producer of ragi. For the production of ragi, there are different kinds of soil is used. That is the red, black, sandy, loamy soil. Basically, it is used for the production of millets. So in this way, all three will come under the food crops. So except the food crops, there are a number of, one that is again left eye, that is the pulses. So pulses is a good source of protein. Okay, it is also said in our country that pulses is the main source of protein for the poor people, because poor people are unable to get the better nutritious foods. So pulses provide the nutrients to the poor people. So pulses is basically produced in those states where the rainfall is very low, because pulses, there are different kinds of pulses. Some pulses comes from, some pulses are the example, some pulses can be produced in the, when we produce the kharif, and some pulses is produced when we produce rabi. The important pulses such as gram, arhar, next that is the masoor. Okay, so these are used at the time of rabi, and that's why I have taken only the rainfall is 50 to 75 centimeter, and temperature requirement is very high, that is the 20 to 30 degree centigrade. Time duration also it takes more, it takes nearly 4 to 5 months. One thing that is the most important here, pulses restores the soil fertility. So what do you mean by this term? The restore the soil fertility means here the root of the pulses are capable to collect the nitrogen, which is most important for the growth of the plants, and it binds that nitrogen with soils. The most producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Bihar. Here that is a star mark. India is lagging behind in respect of the demand. Means our country is not capable to produce huge amount of pulses, whatever the requirement is being done by the citizens of our country. So here the supply is less and demand is more, so we have to produce huge amount of pulses to fulfill the demands of our country's people. Okay, so these are the basic food crops. Now except food crops, other important grains are also produced in our country. First, that is the sugar cane, tea, coffee, cotton, jute. Okay, so these are known as commercial crops. It is also basically used for raw material for agro-based industries. Sugar cane provides with the help of sugar can be produced, that is the sugar. So sugar cane is a tropical crop. It is, our country is the second largest producer of sugar cane. So which country is the producer of maximum producer of sugarcane? So that is the Brazil. So we can say India is the second largest producer after Brazil. Sugarcane requires 21 degree centigrade to 27 degree centigrade rainfall. Okay, sorry, that is the temperature, 21 degree centigrade to 27 degree centigrade, and the rainfall requirement is 75 to 150 centimeter. The most important soils for the production of sugar canes are black soil, alluvial soil, loamy and reddish soil. Sugarcane is basically produced in Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh is also known as bowl of sugar. Bihar, Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, these are the important states which are capable to produce more amount of sugar. But we also know that most of the sugar industries are moving towards the south. So south is also capable to produce huge amount of sugarcane, that is the Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, because in these states a number of sugar industries are located. Now come to the tea. It is the largest, India is the largest producer of tea. Tea comes under the beverage crop. Beverage crop means that is used for drinking. It also known as the plantation agriculture. It requires 20 degrees centigrade to 35 degrees centigrades, but best suitable is the 25 degree centigrade. Rainfall requires more 150 to 250 centimeters, means only those places where the rainfall is very high, in that areas only the tea can be produced. But there are some important things you must keep it in your mind. The water should not be stagnant near the root of the tea because it is harmful. So the land must be sloped. The land should be sloped so that the water cannot stagnate at a particular place. Soil, that is the rich humus iron content soil, is most suitable for the production of tea. The important states are Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh, Meghalaya and Tripura. But the leading state among all these are the West Bengal. It is capable to produce huge amount of tea. Now come to the coffee. The production of coffee in our country is very low. We are capable to produce only 4% of world production. Basically, it is not the crops of our country, but in the year 1830, that was the time of Britishers, they started to produce coffee in the state of Karnataka. So from that time, this plantation agriculture had been started from our country, and it is continuous. It requires 14 degrees centigrade to 26 degrees centigrade, but the sky must be clear. So here the bright sunlight and warm weather is most suitable for the production of coffee. Rainfall requires huge, that is the 125 centimeter to 250 centimeter. Okay, hilly areas is suitable because the same thing will happen with the coffee. If the water will locked with the roots, it is harmful. Weather must be frost free so that the production of coffee may take place. The important states are Karnataka, because first of all in the year 1830 the coffee was produced in Karnataka, but except Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala are the main producers of coffee. India produces, as I told you, India produces only 4% of world production of coffee. So in respect of the demand, we are not capable to fulfill the demands of coffee. Now come to the cotton. This is the most important crop because a number of agro-based industries are a number of cotton industries are located in different parts of the country. Not only it is important for the production, but it also provides the huge amount of employment. So cotton is a fiber crop. India is the second largest producer of cotton. Who is the first? So China is the first producer of cotton. Temperature, that is the 21 degrees centigrade to 27 degrees centigrade. Rainfall, less rainfall is required, that is the 50 to 80 centimeter. The day should be clear, bright, and the sunlight must be present. Frost free days is most suitable for the production of cotton, and the soil that is the most suitable, that is the cotton. Black soil is the most suitable for the production of cotton. As we know that Gujarat and Maharashtra contains the black soil, so the maximum production of cotton takes place in Gujarat and Maharashtra. except Gujarat and Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh, okay, is suitable for the production of cotton. Punjab and Haryana produces long staple variety of cotton. So long staple variety of cotton means what? From this cotton we can produce long thread. Here the losses is less and the output is maximum. Its demand in the foreign market is excessive. So here we are capable to manage better quality of cotton with the help of Punjab and Haryana. Now come to the jute. Jute is also most important crops because it is also known as the golden fiber. It helps to produce foreign exchange. A number of things we are capable to produce. Bangladesh is the leading country, but our country is also capable to produce huge amount of jute. India comes under the second largest producers. It is also a tropical fiber plants. Rainfall requires huge 100 to 250 centimeters. Temperature is also very high, that is the 24 degrees centigrade. Okay. Alluvial soil is most suitable for the production of jute. So here I have taken the Ganga Brahmaputra Valley Delta region. These are available near the West Bengal. So West Bengal is the leading states in the production of jute. Except the West Bengal, Jharkhand, Orissa is also capable to produce huge amount of jute. Jute is a good source of export to earn foreign currency. Now come to the horticulture. Horticulture means what? Production of vegetables and fruits is known as horticultures. So in our country, the production of vegetables and the fruits is huge because the total area of our country is very vast. Some area is tropical, some area is subtropical, and that is most suitable for the production of fruits. So India is capable to produce huge amount of fruits which is used for export purpose and to generate foreign exchange. The demand of Indian fruit is very high or is great. India produces about 13% of the world vegetables. So in this way we find that our country is capable to produce different kinds of crops. Either it may be related for the survival of the life or for the raw material for the industry. We are capable, we are self-reliance in the agricultural products. Okay, so try to learn these points because one question will come. Either it must be related to the geographical conditions or the production states. That's why I have written all these things and the important points on a paper, and I hope it will help you to prepare a better note. Okay, thank you.